So what we are selling, if you are already aware of what Red Hat is offering, Alfresco is not that different. We sell an enterprise product which is supported on many different stacks and many different databases. We see that also our customers running Alfresco in a hybrid environment. So for example, if they want to run with an Oracle database or Microsoft operating system, that is possible, and we provide that and we support it. However, what we see is that the majority of our customers are running Alfresco on a Red Hat platform. For known reasons, of course. We provide service packs, etc., and the technical assistance also here comes in different levels. We provide 24/7, and we also have dedicated and designated support engineers that are sitting with you over a period of time and proactively go through your plans and your architecture to make sure that you have a very high uptime of your system. We work, of course, with a certified partner network to make sure that if you have chosen Alfresco, that also your implementation will become successful, and of course, the warranty and indemnity as part of the agreement. So one of the customers in Poland was so kind to give us this phrase, is that they've seen Alfresco Enterprise as an open and robust platform that allows them to customize the product for the users, to help the user needs, and the Alfresco support team has helped them in many ways dealing with technical and functionality and development issues. So that's giving you an impression is a Alfresco subscription is allowing you to reduce the cost and also allowing you to reduce the risks and to make sure that the uptime of your system is as high as possible. So who are we competing against? We are doing, of course, very tight research with respect to who is our competitors. So the top 4 is what we mostly see that which we are competing against, which are the traditional ECM players. So that's Microsoft SharePoint, Dokumentum, FileNet, and OpenText LiveLink. We are competing most of the time against those, and you see that Microsoft SharePoint is very popular nowadays. And there's something I need to tell you about Microsoft SharePoint. There are 2 main things. First of all, it is if you select Microsoft SharePoint, be aware that you're not just selecting Microsoft SharePoint as an application, but by default, because of the inflexibility of that platform, you also select the Microsoft SQL Server database. You're selecting Microsoft operating system. So it's a full stack lock-in if you choose Microsoft SharePoint. Be aware. It's also, you're locked into their development environment, .NET, C#, whatever. So there's very little flexibility in choosing the platform stack that you have. That's one thing. The second thing is, SharePoint is very often perceived to be free, like in no cost or very low cost. That is not the case. Microsoft does not give you away software for free. That's what open source companies do. Microsoft always lets you pay. Maybe not now, but then they do tomorrow. Maybe not for SharePoint, then they do it for the Office tools or the development tools or for the database. They never give something away for free. Also, what's very tricky, if you are new to SharePoint, you will get the free version of SharePoint, which has very limited functionality. So as soon as you start using it, and some of the analysts say that SharePoint is the weed in your IT garden, it's building up very quickly, and then you're kind of stuck with all the mess that the people have created. But you can start with a very small number of functionalities. If you need more, you start to pay money. If you want to have more robust, more functionality, the money starts to get out of your pockets. If you want to roll out to thousands of users, again, you start to pay money. So don't be triggered by just looking at SharePoint as a low-cost or free solution. There's always something behind that. So why are we winning from these competitors, these 4? Most of our customers say because Alfresco is open source, and not by the sake of open source, but all the advantages that open source brings you. It's like you have access to the software. You can stop your subscription at any time you like and still continue to use the product. It is our challenge to, year after year, make sure that our subscription is something that is valuable for your organization. The open source allows you to stop at any time you like and still be able to run your system, to customize it, etc. The other one is it's low cost. yes, cost is a factor in the decision making for open source, but it's not the main one, but one of the major ones. And the third one is support for standards. Generally, open source is very well supporting open standards, so are we doing that. We're supporting most of the standards, either open standards or proprietary standards, which are freely, by the definition, is freely available. We support those. So with these three factors, we have 75% of the reasons why customers have chosen Alfresco. So one example of cost estimation, this is, by the way, on one of the white papers, which is on our website. And in the white paper, you can find the links where you can exactly calculate what the cost would be for in your case. But in this case, it is a 1,000 user environment for the first year of costs. So here you will see the 4 traditional players, ECM Documentum, OpenText, Vignette, and SharePoint, and Alfresco on the right. And there you will see that Alfresco costs are a fraction. That is just because we have no license. Over the years, the difference will go up because of the simplicity to customize, the simplicity to roll out, and the ease of use. So your return on investment and total cost of ownership will go better over the years. So then a little bit about the future. I'm almost at the end of my presentation. A little bit about the future and how Gartner is seeing this. Gartner has split the ECM space in 4 sectors. So the left sector, that is the transactional document management, where you have archives, records management, compliance, etc. This is often owned by the legal department. On the right side, you will see the online channel optimization. These are websites, web authoring, getting in contact with your customers. These typical kind of solutions, they're owned by the marketing department to have a web presence, etc. At the top one, we have ECM as an infrastructure, as a platform that all the companies and all the business units can use and build applications on top of. It's similar like having a database as a platform, having an operating system as a platform, or having email as a platform. In those situations, very often, the IT department owns this part of the ECM landscape. So what's left? So the question mark stands for you and me. We are the knowledge workers. We need to get our things done. We need to complete projects. So what tools do we use? And what we're seeing more and more often, and maybe you have similar experiences, is that we more and more often start to use tools outside of the company, like Twitter, Facebook, Google Docs. Why are we doing that? Because often our internal IT department or our internal organization does not allow us to have these functionalities, and still we are forced to go outside and connect with other people and to make sure that we can reliably work together and share content. So the social content management as part of social media is a new area where we see a lot of traction in the coming years. So within Alfresco, we will work on this as well. We will make sure that within the Alfresco ECM content management suite, you have the functionality to connect with other people and have functionalities like Twitter or Twitter-like functionalities or Facebook-like functionalities, where it's not just about content, but it is also about people and the network that these people create. This allows IT or the organizations to still have a secure environment and keep all the content and all the necessary information inside the company, but we're also going to have interfaces to other social content management-like applications to make sure that even organizations allow this, the users can share documents with others, with peers, for example, partners that work in another company, or with our customers, and start a conversation around those documents. So there are typically here a few documents, integrations like Jive, Drupal, Google Docs. So this will typically allow the organizations, the users, to use those tools, but still have a solid repository for archiving and storing all the content. And we use the open interfaces that are available to do these kind of integrations. So to finalize the presentation, we believe that if you can replace us, you will use us. And this has everything to do with lock-in or preventing lock-in. So with Alfresco as an open source company, open source software company, open source editor, and the selection of open standards, we hope that you will start using Alfresco and understand the value it can bring. And hopefully I'll see you again next year for another presentation, and then maybe we have much more customer experiences from Poland. So thank you very much for your attention, and this was my presentation for today. Thank you very much.